Hi, my name is Kim. This evening I'm going to talk to you guys about personality disorders um, and mental illnesses like depression, anxiety, and um, all those things. They're kind of interconnected. Um, so, personality and mental health they are related in various ways. Some personality traits, such as neuroticism, um, they are associated with a higher risk of mental disorders, say like depression, anxiety, um, post-traumatic stress syndrome, just all these different mental disorders. Um, Now, there are those personalities that are more conscientious. Um, and optimistic. People that are conscientious and optimistic, they are actually kind of protected from having these mental illnesses like depression or anxiety or whatever. Um, there is a protective factor there. So, um, yeah, so this protective factor, it can um, enhance your mental well-being. Um, Yeah, so this is I was looking this up and I thought it was very interesting. Um, okay, we're going to continue. Um, Now, personality um, disorders or mental illness, um, they can affect our physical health. When we're anxious, um, our heart it just beats fast, and your palms are sweaty and you feel like you're going to get a headache or something. Um, yeah, so having a personality disorder or a mental illness, um, it can affect your health. It could affect, with depression, you get this kind of fogginess in your mind, you know. And I've heard that people with depression, they get physical symptoms like body aches or, just some sort of physical symptoms because the body is dealing with so much stress, so much depression. Um, it's like it's overloaded. Um, it's kind of like trying to think of an analogy for this. It's kind of like, um, okay, it's kind of like a robot or something. Someone created this robot and um, and turned the robot on, and um, the robot, um, it does a lot of tasks and so much things, and um, then if the robot is not being looked after, when you turn the robot off, uh, you know, you, you're going to have some technical problems with the robot. Robot's not going to, maybe it won't turn on, or maybe when you turn it on, it just, explodes or something, like something malfunctions. And then just the robot just either explodes or just shuts down and doesn't say anything or do anything. And so that's the same thing with having mental illnesses or personality disorders. They can affect your health. It's like your body is shutting down because there's too much stress, too much depression, too much anxiety. Um, it's really not good for your physical health. Um, Now I'm going to talk about personality and mental health. Um, they are related in various ways. Um, some personalities, such as narcissism, um, they are associated with higher risk of having some mental disorders like depression, or even to the point of even thinking about committing suicide. Very high risk. I did not know this actually about narcissists, um, but yeah, they're at a very large risk for developing depression or just having suicidal thoughts. Um, Anxiety too, you know, um, could be a serious thing, you know. Um, Now there are um, there are other traits in a personality, like being conscientious and optimistic and resilient. So being those are positive traits in one's personality. Um, so when you're conscientious, um, you're aware of how people are around you. You're aware of what you're going through, what you're thinking, or what you're feeling, and uh, and that's being conscientious. Just being aware, of your environment, the people in your environment. Um, okay, being optimistic. Now, we this world is getting worse. There's a lot of negative things on TV, news, and all that stuff. Um, it does point to that, things in the world are stressful. There's so many stressful things going around in this world, negative things. Um, and with the way this world is heading, more people, um, they're developing mental illnesses. They're you know, or or personality disorders, and a lot of them have to go to the psychiatric ward to get themselves assessed and diagnosed and to get them on medication right away, and or therapy, start them getting into therapy for the depression or anxiety, whatever, or if you have a personality disorder, or if you suspect, yeah, you would go that route for your health, your mental well-being. Um, yeah, like I said, traits like being conscientious, optimistic, and resilience. So resilience is, you're strong. You're able to bounce back up. You're um, yeah. That's how I see resilience. You can take a lot. You can get back up. You have the willpower and the resilience to get back up off. Stand up and deal with any problem. Negative problems you're dealing with, whether it's mental illness or personality disorder. You can. I mean, if you see a like a psychiatrist or a therapist, they'll give you the tools. Um, that you need to, to help you with your depression or anxiety or whatever personality disorder you have, or and to give you the tools to help you deal with these, when things get pretty bad, when you're in a bad situation or a bad place in your life. Um, but yeah, having the optimism, resilience, conscientious, it's a protective layer. It's a resilient, strong layer that you have of yourself, and it it enhances your well-being. So I just wanted to mention, yeah, personality disorders and mental disorders. Um, they're very interconnected. Um, so um, yeah, so I hope that you enjoyed something from this video. I know when I did a little research on this, and I was like, oh, yeah, I didn't think this was connected, or oh, I didn't think um, having those traits like conscientious and resilience, that is a form of protection, from you getting a mental illness, or maybe a personality disorders. So I thought that was really neat. Anyway, thank you for watching my channel, and I hope you have a good rest of the evening. And I'm going to say goodbye.